weekly Dama news is here right now for your face, for your ears to enjoy. I guess for your eyes to enjoy, not your face. But hey, what's up? Kendertainment, MJ here. This is Weekly Dama News, the place where you're going to get the wrap-up of what has happened within this past week of the Kendama sphere, the world of Kendama. Mostly on Instagram. I don't think there was anything that I caught that happened. Oh no, there was something on YouTube, and I guess I'll just start up with that right away. What's his name? Elijah? Every time I hear it, I'm always like, what is he saying? What is it? ELCO Kendama? So he has, man, just digging the grave right here, digging that shit deeper and deeper. So he released a few different YouTube videos out of what has happened, a vlog style. Yes, where's my brain going? A vlog of this past NACO that happened in person. He's released volume 1, 2, and 3. I did not watch 3, so I'm not sure exactly what the content is all about, but that has happened. ELCO, it's getting to me now. I'm trying to look over here on the computer. Let's see if it pops up if I just open up YouTube quickly, just so I can share that with everyone. Yes, there it is. ELCO Kendama. Elko Kendama. You guys probably maybe know what I'm talking about? Yes, well, he's getting in on it and releasing a lot more videos on YouTube. And you know who else is releasing videos on YouTube? You know, stoking the fire for the rest of us, especially me, because I see it going out. I'm just like, he is on right now. Dude is amazing. Isaac, Lotus Kendama. If you guys been following the Lotus Kendama YouTube channel, you should, because he has been on a rampage releasing interview after interview with a lot of different players. So like this last one, yeah, Elijah, right? This last one that just came out, it was with like a Japanese player. I forgot who his name was, but I was even surprised. I was like, dude speaks English? I was just so thrown off my horse for a second. But in any case, Lotus Kendama is releasing so much stuff. I see you in the comments. We're going to get to that story. So YouTube is popping off. It's stoking the fire for me as well. I'll be releasing some stuff. I have to be editing some shit. I have way too many videos from past. I've got event videos from before the pandemic happened. What happened? Do you ask, MJ? Why didn't you edit those and put those out? Because, you know, you had so much downtime. Well, I guess I kind of had downtime, but maybe not. In any case, your excuses. I'm going to be trying to figure out more time in my schedules. I think I've said this before, but if anyone's good at, like, scheduling, managing time and shit, give me some tips, some advice to help me out so I can get stuff out for everyone. Because I do have a lot. And just this past Friday, there was an event that happened down in Tokyo, and I filmed it, got some information about it. Probably be starting off with that one, and then maybe working my way back to, I guess, like the vault kind of videos that I've had since like 2 years ago now. There might be some from 3 years ago. Any case, what's up, everyone? Weekly Dama News. Here we go through the roundup of what has happened in the past week of Kendama. It's 11 in the morning over here, Monday morning. Hopefully you're all having a good Sunday night if you're joining from the US, from the North Americas, or anywhere else. Hey, welcome. If you have a question for me, hey, we always do Q&A at the end of the Weekly Dama News live. So use that little question tool down there, put a question in, and hang out towards the end. I will be answering all those questions. Totally. Okay, so there, I was sweating a little bit because, you know, here and there as the week progresses, I kind of find stories that happen. I'm like, okay, let me save that. Good for the Weekly Dama News. And then I look at my collection, my saved posts, and there's only like 6, 7. So we'll start off with one hot topic. No, we're not going to start off with the hot topic. We'll make our way back to that. We're going to start off with quickly, yeah, some new stuff that I spotted. There's a lot of Kendamas that are always going out. In the past year or so, like towards last year, I believe, Sweets and Crom were like on a release wars, trying to release a new Dama every week, every Friday. There was a new Kendama coming out. Everyone's wallets were crying already, but then that happened and it just kept on pushing the envelope of different designs, different styles of Kendamas from both of the companies. It was amazing to see, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure everyone missed out on a lot of stuff. Maybe not just because like it sold out, but just like you didn't have the funds to buy it at that time. So, you know, then the next one comes out. It's almost, what's the word? There's a phrase when you have a problem trying to figure out what product you want. And it's kind of like analysis paralysis when you have too many options and then you can't just figure out which one you want. You know, I've heard that it's all about three. You have three options for something, and that should give a better idea or give the customer, the person who wants to buy something, an easier choice of what to get. Sometimes it's just one thing, you're like, no, I don't like that color, and then you don't get it. If it's two things, it's like, well, you got to choose this one or that one, and then you just get stuck on figuring out which one you like more, because if you buy one, then like a week later, you're going to be like, ah, shit, I should have bought the other one, or the other one sells out. You're like, oh, I knew it. I should have had that one, or I should have bought them at the same time. There's so many choices out there. So maybe luckily there's a bit of a lull on the releases of Kendamas, especially with Sweets and Chrome. They've been taking a little break, or maybe they're just getting ready for something that's coming up next. Okay, Lock Studios is one Kendama brand that has been making waves, maybe, with their interesting style of sword, and they are having a sale on their website right now. Their website went down for a little bit for, I'm not sure for what. Any case, it was down for a second, came back up, and now it's up, and available is the shapes of the past. Bunny ears, air quotes, because it seems like they will be releasing new merchandise, new Kens, a new shape. So this is kind of a tricky situation, because here you can finally have a chance to get a good, maybe not finally, you can get a chance at a discounted price at these locked Kens. Maybe you've checked them out, maybe you haven't. If you like them, now's your time to get more for a discounted price. But at the same time, then you feel like, well, should I just wait? Save up the money. Wait for the new product, because everyone thinks newer is better. For the most part, I believe that's the case, because all these companies are trying to progressively get better at their craft. So Lock Studios is one that is really, again, hit the scene with a very strange, different styled shape. And now it's interesting to see what they're going to do with this next shape. If they feel like, hey, this is a little different. So again, what you're going to do, it's up to you on what you're going to purchase. If you're going to wait for it, or if you're going to pick one up now at a cheaper price. But then there's also that feeling of, this is going to be the last, right? And you're not going to get this shape anymore. So if by chance it's like an update with your phone, or like your OS on your computer, where it updates and they're like, oh, you lost a few of the older applications you had because it's not supported anymore. And then you're like, shit, I should have upgraded, and I could have been able to enjoy those applications for a little longer, right? Because the update actually didn't do anything. It just made the battery life longer, maybe, or maybe it did the exact opposite. So who knows when brands release new stuff, if you're going to be 100% a fan of this new thing or not. New, yes. Does it mean it's better? We tend to think so, but that's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? Not sure. So that's one. Another one, I don't think there's a new things in the works, but a Colt Kendama $20 bump shape Ken Only's options are on their site right now. This is another brand that is out there that has a very interesting, different style shape. Now, like, you guys know? Probably you do. So there's only so much Kendama brands can do, I feel, and probably they feel too. Everyone feels like, to stand out, to be different. And one easy way to do that is, of course, Dama designs. But at the same time, you can see a lot of new brands like pop up and release Kendamas, and the Dama design is like pretty standard. Nothing out of the box, if you will, you know, KWC box. But with the shapes of the kendamas, especially if they're hand turning, they are able to really mess around, play with the shape and the style of it, and see what's different. And that's something that we see here with the occult kendamas, this bump shape, as you see right there. Very interesting handle, slip ring area to the base cup. Is it good? Is it bad? There's no scientific research behind it. Does it look good? Does it feel good? You got to test it out. So now you can, because it's only $20 for everyone over there. Unless you're, living overseas, you're going to have to dish out a little more money for the international shipping. But that's always the case. So I guess it is. You're still saving some because the Ken itself is cheaper now. And another Ken-only option, Soul Kendamas, they got together. They've been doing a few collabs with the O Captain from O Kendamas in Latvia. And these are some of the new ones, the Spectraply, hand-dyed, pressed all together over in Latvia. And from what I saw on their website, so this is, when was this? 1 day ago, 0-1-up Spectraply Ken only options are available. 3 colors, hand-dyed laminated product from Latvia, from the O Kendamas, available for a limited time. Now, I went on the website, Soul Kendama's website. I don't know if anyone else did. Probably you did, because pink and blue, gone. Personally, the yellow one is the jam for me, but that is the one that is yes, that is the one that's still available. So I think it was like $75 to pick up a Ken only 0-1-up. If you missed out on the pink, missed out on the blue, it's gone. I don't know what to say. It's gone. There will be another interesting collab happening that we don't have much information except for this one post that was shared. This picture, Kendama USA and Scarce Kendama. Kendama USA, we all know, huge brand from back in the day. Still releasing kendamas, has a really great pro team. Waiting on, what's the next one? The Skags mod, new mod. Wait on that, okay? Bish released a new mod already. Sparkly, really nice pad printing, colors around the Ken, really looks cool. But we know Kendama USA and Scarce Kendama is been jumping on the scene from, where are they from? Sacramento, California? Releasing a lot of different types of kendamas, but I think their high focus was the artwork, the design on the tamas, which is like almost, tattoo style of artwork. Really cool, big, bold lines. Very, very nice, like organic illustrator feel to it, because they are all hand painted. So there's a lot of time that is put into painting each, even though the designs are the same, they're different just because they're all hand painted. So really different style of tama that you don't see so often. Scarce did a collab with Soul just recently. Soul's ridiculous with all the collabs they do. They're like non-stop. Their goal possibly is to just collab with everybody. Seems like, because I think they might have touched upon every company, big or small. Yeah, exactly. I was mixing the skags and the nags and the tags and gags. Okay, so Scarce and Kendama USA, they're going to be releasing what? Probably a jet-shaped Kendama USA Ken, possibly craft, I'm going to say they're going to go with craft. So this is all, no information, everyone. I know as much as you do. But here on Kendama News, sometimes I like to just, it's like not make rumors. It's like it's the Inquirer, the Kenquirer of Kendama. Not really, no. I'm trying to share like good information, but also at the same time have a discussion with everybody so we can nerd out about Kendama. So my intuition tells me Kendama USA, they got crafts, right? Handmade. Scarce tamas are handmade. They're probably going to merge those two together to make a pretty cool collab. Now, it seemed like that Scarce really has their definite style. So just seeing Scarce Tama connected with a Kendama USA Ken. Okay. Technically, I mean, speculate, that's a good word. Technically, you could all do that right now. You can just get a Scarce Tama and Kendama USA Ken. put them all together, right? It's really interesting how these collabs, like what goes behind the scenes of the minds of the people who are making it, because if it is just like something simple where it's not really a cross of the artists merging together, then you could, like I'm saying, totally just take, here's the Dama from this company, the Ken from this company, bam, it's a Kendama USA Scarce collab. Cool. That's totally fine. But, which is something difficult to do, and in my artistic side, when I try to do collabs with other people, other artists especially, it's really hard to like fuse the styles together. It could be a really interesting, fun process, but at the same time, you kind of stepping on each other's toes here and there, because it's not a collective kind of energy-driven thing. Thinking about music, on the other hand, anyone who plays in bands, you probably understand that, like, or a sports team, it's about the team effort. Everyone coming together, working, cooperating together to create a strong thing. With art, you're usually solo. Kendama, you're solo. Now, it's fun to do stuff together with other people, but with art, you have to like kind of switch a different kind of mental state to be like, okay, it's all right if you don't like this idea, but I think it's really dope. I want to make it look like this, but it doesn't match the style of maybe the theme that we have for this collab. So again, stepping on toes here and there. It's definitely going to be pricey, because once collabs happen, it's two companies now that are coming together, and with that, you know, they want it to be equal. So, and they don't want it to be like just, you know, a red, maybe break even. That would be probably okay to do, but they don't want to go in the red if we're looking at numbers and stuff. So, you know, you gotta ask for a little more money, because there's been more work that has been put into it. So that's what's gonna happen. You can't do anything about it. Or that's it for the amount of Ken's new things that I've seen on the horizon for this past week of Kendama. And moving over to, hey, Sakura Classic. Sakura and Sakura. Two different ways to say it. Of course, you know, it's like, you can decide on if you want to sound nerdy or not by saying Sakura, which is how I've learned how to say it in Japan. This is the way people say Sakura, or Sakura. There's a different intonation, a different pitch accent that hits in the Sakura of the English way of saying it, which is totally fine. I'm not complaining at all. Just a little like tidbit of information, we could say, you know? It goes back to the whole kururin and kururin ideas, yeah? And if you want us to know, well, there you go. So Sakura Classic 2023 is happening. We saw the Nashville and the Chicago, Illinois dates. 15th for Nashville, Tennessee, the 30th of next month for Chicago, Illinois. And hey, bumping up right on top is Tokyo, Japan. Amazing to see. This is something that I remember noticing and kind of like, that'd be cool, you know, when Kaito is still on the GT team, when he joined and stuff, and they were doing the Sakura Classics. Like, man, they should, come on. It needs to go down in Japan. We need to have this happen. I was like, can I reach out? Should I reach out to Weens? Could I do that? But I actually have like a handful of kids. Like, putting that thing together could be a little bit difficult. Time consuming, of course. Fun, yes. But at the same time, could I pull it off? And I was like, I don't think so. I won't be able to do anything. So I'm really stoked and excited to see that it is going down at the beginning of next month, the 8th. So, hey, if you're around, you guys gonna come? I'll probably, I'll try to stop by. I'll see what the schedule is for the family and whatnot. But I definitely want to check that out. See whereabouts in Tokyo they're gonna do it. Tokyo's huge, everyone. It's massive. You can't just say Tokyo. I think there's so many different parts of Tokyo. Where exactly Tokyo are you going? You know, it's not like Tokyo City. It's like saying New York is Manhattan, or Manhattan is like you know, Manhattan is a city. Yeah, New York is New York. New York State is massive. All right, now Tokyo is not that big. Tokyo Prefecture isn't that big, but there's like the Tokyo City in Tokyo, like the Tokyo area, Tokyo, which is just like where the emperor's house is. castle. I guess you could call it a castle. It's like a big moat. There's a moat, and there's like remains of castle-ish stuff, but there's no like real castle. But you can check out the garden, which is really nice. Huge too. And then just a bunch of office buildings in Tokyo. So there's not much to do besides the Emperor's Palace. Then, and then, so I'm interested again where it's going to be. But Tokyo's added. Very excited on that one. And there's one more to be added to the list. So be on the lookout. Sakura Classic. Going in, going down. You're going to be a part of it. Okay, next one is... Next one we're going to be touching upon is, again, something here in Japan. Very interesting. Tatsujin. So tatsujin is the word for someone who is really good at something. So a professional at what they do. Backwards for you guys, but whatevs. Tatsujin. Maybe you've played Taiko Drum Master? Anybody? That game is called Taiko no Tatsujin. So you are like the professional, the master. Again, drum master, Taiko drum master. There's this show that has been on TV a few times where they take professionals in their craft. Example, if it's like a professional musician, like a pianist, and they take a bunch of talent. There's these things called talent here in Japan, where there are people who are like within a talent agency, and they are on TV. They're maybe acting, they're maybe singing, they're maybe doing comedy, and they're just seen as talent. They're on TV, they're good at being on TV, talking on TV, making the TV more interesting by them being there. Now, there's a few people who are like specifically, they're just like stand-up comedians, and then they're on these variety shows, or even like other example, like idols or something. It's like, okay, you're just an idol, you're known for singing and dancing in your group, but you're actually a really good pianist. So this Tatsujin show, it doesn't happen all the time. It's only like a special, like once a year or something type thing. And they would get the person, like the comedian who's really good at piano, and then like a professional, and then have them go head to head. Or yeah, the comedian and the idol who's good at piano, have them go head to head to kind of see who's the master of piano. So in this case, I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like they're going to do a TV version of this, but they're going to do a live performance. And who's that right there? That's the Zuma Dank? That's Zuma Danke, which is Kendama's backwards. If you guys didn't know, Zuma Danke is Kendama's backwards. So we got Easy and Kodaman right there, and they're going to be taking part. And there's a slew of talent or comedians, actors who are all right at kendama, who even are a part of the Japanese Kendama Association, JKA, have gone through the levels, maybe like EQ, maybe going up on their Dan rankings. So they know what kendama's about. And they'll take these people and have them go against each other. And probably the boss battle is definitely going to be Zuma Danke. Interesting to see. Something we'll never see. Maybe not never. I shouldn't say never. Never say never. Yeah. Never say die. Diamonds are forever. Girl's best friend. I don't know. Something you won't see in North America. A big focal point on kendama. In Japan, kendama is a household item. So there's many places and times where you will see kendama getting sprinkled in to the pop culture that's happening nowadays. So this is definitely one, and Zuma Danke has been hitting it up for a long time. Another person who's been pushing kendama, this street new style, new vision of kendama, is 430 Decade Nobu. Okay? Organizer, MC of Catch and Flow, MC of Kendama World Cup. Nobu, can I get a nice zoom in on his grill? There you go. Nobu right up there. So he is, if you guys didn't know, a really famous MC for BMX events. From deep ago, from before kendama, before he got into kendama. He is a BMX rider, and he was really good on the mic, and he was like the MC. So around Japan, all of the big events that would happen, big and small, I should say, Nobu's the guy that they turn to be the MC for. So any kind of events still like that, he is the MC. There is this event that's happening. Is happening right now. Finished. It was this past weekend in Osaka, down in Osaka. BMX freestyle. You got a bunch of pro skateboarders, BMX flatland, a dance DJ, a dance crew, all in there, holding down, throwing down. Is that the word? Well, I'm not jive with the new hip slang. There's a whole event that's going down. And Nobu's in there, of course, all these pro extreme sports players. And then who do we have right here? Kendama. Come on, get that zoom action in. We got little Shinosuke. We got Shinchan, champion of catch and flow of last year, 2022. And he's on stage with these dudes. With these, putting it in the spotlight. Everyone who is out there watching this awesome BMX skateboarding events, this extreme kind of sport, bam, think Yo-Yo's going to be there? No, because nobody does a yo-yo. He plays Kendama. So he makes slots. He talks to the organizers and say, hey, I know somebody. We can get this going. Kendama, little stage, even if it's for a short time. Let's show the people Kendama. And of course, he's going to like pop a booth there, sell some Jack Kendamas. Why not? Again, another time you can see Kendama put in the spotlight for Japan. And like I said, Kendama is a household name, but within Japan, it's kind of a boring thing. It's Moshikame. It's like amazing if you could get a spike. You are a Kendama master if you can pull up spike. And then they think that's it. But no, they have not seen, majority still in Japan has not seen what Kendama is nowadays, what we know as Kendama, with all the different tricks, everything, I don't even have to go into it. Nobody's been pushing it. This past weekend, last Friday, Dusty, Coach, bag brand, Coach, they linked up with the High Receipts to have an event. They had an event, of course, it's all focused on Coach, but their main focus was to kind of take something that is popping and hot in the area because they're all over the world, and this pop-up shop that they did for Japan specifically. Like, what are we going to do? We're going to have some food, some dango from Japan, and what else? Kendama. Looked online, found these dudes, High Receipts. I think it was actually a connection from Nobu that suggested High Receipts, and then they got the call. It all came through. Bam. And there was a Coach, so there's a little sticker I got, event that featured High Receipts where they had demonstrations on going throughout the evening. I filmed it. I went to the event. I talked with the organizers. I talked with Yasu and Nobu who were performing that day. Little interview, figuring out more about the event. So I have it all. I gotta put it all into, nice jams to put on YouTube. So be on the lookout for that. Don't be on the lookout, actually, because I'm not gonna make any promises, because shit, MJ, I'm just horrible with getting stuff out. I'm busy. Excuses aside, Japan knows about Kendama, but there's a lot of things that they still don't know, and it's really cool to see different people and Kendama still being open in different areas, TV shows, these events. If it's going to be like a brand event or freestyle extreme sports event, Kendama can sneak its way in there and show everyone up and say like, hey, Kendama, it's different. It's not just your grandma's Moshikame anymore. And then we go on to our last and final article that I found, little post that I found. It's just a small one. So, no big deal. What? Wyatt Slambre, who we just had on as a guest 2 weeks ago on Weekly Dama News, talking about his new spot on Collab. And in that conversation, if you listen to it, he mentions a few, troubles that issues he's having with NoJumper Kendama. I asked him questions about, quad Kendamas. He's been using them a lot. He said he liked them a lot. Now here we see, as of today, this was 1 day ago, In quotes, I am no longer affiliated with NoJumper Kendama. It was a very interesting experience over the past 2 years. COVID sponsor. I have definitely learned a lot and have grown tremendously at that time. Stay tuned, guys. Next chapter starting soon! Exclamation point. On to bigger and better things. It was something interesting, and for me, I do recall, if I'm not mistaken, Bray mentioning, he's like, if I was to be sponsored by another Kendama company, I would want Soul. So, everyone, Chado, you out there? You watching? If you heard that, if you were Chad and you heard Wyatt Bray saying, I'm having some issues with this sponsor that I'm with, my main sponsor right now. In some weird alternate universe, if I was to be sponsored by another company, I would want to be sponsored by Soul Kendamas. He's totally repping Quad. He's been doing that for a while. He mentioned that Key, his significant other, his team member, it's a combi, we say. How do you say it in English? A combi? A combination? You just say combination, right? Two people. A stupid joke. I can't keep it going. Chado, if you're listening, so Key, she gets a lot of like the quad kendamas, the quad kens and stuff. So he's been just like stealing them from her. So he mentions in the interview, but he was mentioning as well. Soul kendamas. Makes sense. 2 and 2 go together. If I was Chad and I saw that, even if he was still on NoJumper, or no. He mentioned issues with NoJumper. I'd like to be on Soul. Chad should call him up right away. Be like, yo, I heard the interview. We have a spot for you. It's a done deal if you want it to be. Just sign your name here, sir. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. What do you know? Oh, somebody in the comments, he made a comment on KFC on going to Seoul. I don't know if he was, it was for real, but he's been heavily repping Quad. Yes, someone else, right? Starry Eyes States that he does love Seoul's team. But that's it, guys and gals. No more NoJumper. NoJumper, no more. I kind of feel sad for the rest of the team, I think Bray was he was flying the banner. He was holding that main flag. Old time wars and stuff, battles on the battlefield. There's someone like holding the flag. They're not fighting at all. They're just the flag of their group, country, going into battle. Everyone's following the flag bearer. He was bearing the flag for NoJumper Kendama. Through all that shit that happened when he got on the team and all the shit that happened in, what was that, early 2001? And there's a lot of people who left. There's some good amount of people who stayed. And now that Bray has left, I'm interested to see what everyone else will do. Are they going to stay on the team? Are they going to part ways with NoJumper Kendama? Could this be the whole of NoJumper Kendama was there if it was a boat, figuratively speaking, and Wyatt was the cork in that hole to make sure that boat don't sink. Everyone's hanging out in that boat. Oh, we're okay. Wyatt's down there holding it down. Wyatt's out of the picture now. Is everyone going to jump ship? Go down with the ship? Is the ship going to go down? Plenty of people who have voiced strongly their opinions of NoJumper Kendama in the past, and it still holds true to this day, those opinions. So, we'll see what happens. Kind of feel bad for the rest of the team. If this is the kind of idea that I'm just explained, if that's something that the other people feel in their minds too. We don't know. Speculating here. Weekly Dama News every week, every Sunday, hanging out with all you guys and gals. Yeah. Question time, Q&A time. Let me know in the comment, in a little question tool. Right now, there's only one. So if it's going to stick with that one, I'm going to answer it, and then I'm going to have to say goodbye. Peace out. Adieu to everyone here. Whoa. So, let's see it. Why is there audio on? But, story I'd say, did you see the level up dub Dama sold out twice? Oh, sold out twice. My gosh. Okay, I had to read that question like 2 times because I was a little confused. Level up being the artist's name, dub being dubstep, the type genre of music, sold out. Yeah, so I heard that the first one was sold out, and then I saw a post like available, so I'm like, oh, I guess they restocked. And then somebody else, where did I hear that mentioned? I thought it was like live, or maybe it was through a post where they said that, yeah, it was like one of the quickest sellouts, the quickest Dama selling out. What? Why can't I speak? It sold out the quickest. And it just goes to show how Sweets marketing, they're not out there for the money, guys. They just have a good marketing team who sees an opportunity to get more people stoked on Kendama and give them a platform to share it with more people. All right? I've overheard from someone else that Level Up was Subtronic's girlfriend, I believe, or connecting with Subtronics. I don't know if it's like affiliated with like maybe a same label or whatnot. And look, 10 minutes. And so I understand the connection there. It makes sense. But to see Sweets just quickly move on that, and we see that it just works out, selling Damas, and it just again solidifies Sweets as top of the mountain right now. Fiance, excuse me. There, yes, set to wed. Level Up Subtronics. Subtronics Level Up. Do we know the real names? I definitely don't. But that aside, sold out. There's a whole new gang of people in the dub Dama. Is there going to be a new dub Dama? I mean, I guess Boogie T has kind of created a dub Dama subgenre of dubstep connecting with Kendama. Yeah? Interesting. I didn't notice. I didn't see it. Definitely like, you know, the name of it, the Spellbound, you know, I'm a Dimmu Borgir fan. For any other black metal fans out there, Dimmu Borgir, on top of their game, especially back in the day, like 2011. Oh shit! You saw them at that era, gold. But they have a wonderful track from deep ago, called I just lost the words. Spellbound. This is great shit. Next question. We got another question coming in. Kendama, Ecuador. Hey, love the Dama news. We keep pushing the community in South America. Oh shit, yeah. I really wish that I kept up with the Spanish. My mother is from Peru, and I wish I kept it up because, you know, now that since I've started learning Japanese and continue to use it and continue to learn, any other language that I had in my mind has left the house. The party is gone. So my Spanish is shit. In any case, growing up in South America, Kendama needs to spread. I know there's Brownie in Peru who's been crushing it. His setup that he has for filming and stuff, he's got like a real studio, like green screen. I don't know what his background is. I'm guessing that's his job. I haven't talked with him so much about it. We did a little chatting here and there in the past, but super cool to see. So keep it going in South America. Yeah. That's it. That's it, guys and gals. Weekly Dama news has come to an end. If you've been curiously asking yourself or refreshing your pages for the weekly Dama news over on YouTube or and where you get your podcasts, like where's last week's? I've been having so much trouble, even this morning, still continuing to have trouble trying to cut some of the audio for that episode to put up for everyone to enjoy. So I'm going to continue working on it. It'll be coming up late. And do you need to listen to it? Maybe, maybe not. Any case, for my brain to say it's okay, I need to get everything in order, so I can't be missing an episode. Have it, but not have it uploaded, and then get a swap around. Like, no way. Okay, so be a little more patient for this last one, and then this one's gonna go out too. So so it'll take a little time, but we'll be there. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Weekly Dama News. That's it. Again, here every Sunday, sometimes Sunday morning, sometimes Sunday night. Today, Sunday night for everyone, I believe. Hey, yes, bring up more on the news. Thank you, Starry-Eyed Stacy. LiveCo, pre-registration deadline coming up. Get going on that. Posted up tips and tricks on how to, for the beginner intermediate speed ladders on the page, on this account. So check those out if you're going. Even if you're not going, give it a sesh. Try it out. Try to get those motions, because most of the motions are things that will happen in many types of speed ladders. There's a Sakura Classic speed ladder that was just released. So I'm probably going to, this week, sometime, going to do a little tips and tricks, go through it, and show everyone where you can shorten the time of your speed ladder set. And that's it. Yep. Weekly Dama News. You can support just by following here on Instagram. You can support by going over to YouTube, typing in Weekly Dama News, finding the YouTube channel or Kendertainment YouTube channel, leaving comments, subscribing there, sharing it. Weekly Dama News. Hey, maybe you're someone who just listens because you're driving or working or something. You want to catch up on what's been happening on the news, unless it's like this past weekend, the audio has been kind of kicking my butt and I haven't been getting it out on time. You can go to the Weekly Dama News podcast and get these out every week, maybe, because again, there's been troubles here and there. Any case, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to go above and beyond, hey, there it is, the Patreon for Kendertainment that you can check out. See you guys. Have a good one. Good week. See you next week. Keep it clean.